Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wild&Wingless here. Tonight I got myself Nick Potts from Queensland. Nick, how are you?
Yeah, good mate. Yourself?
I'm good, mate. Thank you very much for agreeing to come on the show. It's always good to have the people from Queensland come on. Now, look, hey, do me a favour. There's a lot of things I don't know about you. I've been seeing you in the results a lot this year, but I actually don't know who Nick Potts is or what makes him go. So, can you give us a brief history of how you got started in racing to where you are in Wingless now?
Yeah, yep. So, when I was young, we were always at the track. So, I always pretty much grew up at the track a lot here in up at Archfield and Toowoomba and up in Brisbane. And yeah, when we were young, we raced go karts with my old man, me and my brother. And then yeah, just hung out at the track every weekend that we could. Once I was old enough, I started crewing for a few guys. Luckily enough, I got a drive in a Formula 500 when probably back about 10 years ago. Done that for a few seasons, and yeah, then just as it sort of progressed, crewed for a whole bunch of people, and then father-in-law, he has always been involved in speedway as well, racing a lot of sedans, and yeah, he was just getting to the point where he didn't want to be driving anymore, so he hit us up and said, "Oh, you want to have a go behind the wheel?" And that was going to be a sedan at that point, and then one of our good friends hit him up and said, "Hey, get rid of that thing and buy a wingless." And he was umming and ahhing a bit, and he eventually did. And so yeah, we found a roller, found a motor, slapped something together, and yeah, here we are.
Right, and how many years you been in the Wingless division for?
Yes, this is my second year. So we
Second year.
started last year and sort of got through that, and yeah, now we try to go full steam ahead this year.
Yeah, see, that's the part that blows my mind because I sit there thinking of what you've achieved, and we'll go through some of the things a bit in a minute. But for what you've achieved already, I think is just absolutely insane. So well done for obviously the family connection there, and yeah, the father-in-law giving you an opportunity. All right, so you've raced a few different things. What is it about wingless that you like?
Um, it's a great affordable class to get into. Like yes, any sort of motorsport and racing costs money at the end of the day, but you can get into it, and the general running costs aren't terrible. But yeah, it's good, hard, close racing, which is awesome, and the community around it, especially up here, is great. We've made so many new friends and good relationships with people. It's yeah been so good to really experience it and get amongst it all.
Yeah, nice, nice. All right, so let's have a chat about your racing. So, obviously, being from Queensland, you guys have got a great sort of healthy calendar, racing calendar. Even though you guys
Yeah.
did lose Archerfield there, you still made up for it. The club's done a great job by putting on a lot of racing over a number of different sort of tracks. You do have to travel a bit, but let's talk about your sort of season being. Start off with one of my favourites, King of the Ring. How did you fare with that?
Yeah, we didn't do too terrible at King of the Ring. We started the night great, moved forward in the heats, and I think we were top point scorer going into the dash. But I stood on me old fella there, and yeah, buggered up with the setup, and I think I just overdrove the thing and fell back at the end of the night. But all in all, it was a great event. Some good cars came and raced, but yeah, we went well, but definitely could have been better for us.
Yeah, right. No, I'm a massive fan of King of the Ring, and hopefully get up there next season. You guys took on a new concept this year. It was called the Masters Series.
Yep.
Now you got different people taking claim to that, Ray Eggins. But how was your take on the Masters Series? So being obviously new to the sport and all the rest, or new to wingless, what did you think about this new series?
Yeah, it was definitely good. Coming into the second year, I think we're still just getting our heads around it and the format of the general meeting being two heats and a feature. So for Ray to sort of come up with the idea and sort of try and get around it, and I think a lot of people got around it. And so to jump on with running 50 lap features, it was definitely cool doing that one at five different tracks around the southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. Um, so yeah, it was good fun just changing that up and having that longer race at the end of the night to really see what you can do and have a go.
Yeah, right. No, it was one made for the arms, the arm pumps. So how did
Yeah,
you fare
definitely.
with the? You go all right?
I was feeling it at the first few races there, and I definitely think I need to go to the gym a bit more to keep up with them.
Nice.
Um,
There you go.
but sorry, I got Jess laughing at me in the background.
Give him hell.
But yeah, no, it all depends on the track. Like, we raced 50 laps Gladstone at the end of last season, and I couldn't hold my arms up or barely get out of the car, and we had a 50 lap of this only a few weeks ago, and yeah, the track was nice and smooth and rubber down, so you felt like you could have done another 50 more really, but yeah, no, it's definitely a great format. To Yeah, just if you don't have the greatest night, you got the time there to really push at the end. It's a long race. Even if you miss the setup at the start of the feature, the track's going to change. So as long as you can just bide your time and stick with them, you might find something at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, how did you go with your Queensland title? Because that was a bit of a interesting one.
Yeah, so we didn't think it was going to happen with the weather prediction for it, but they pushed ahead with it. It basically rained all weekend. We done about 1,000 wheel track pack laps
Yep.
and hot laps to try and blow the top off. But yeah, no, we done good. There was definitely a few good drivers there. Um, we were struggling with a few car issues, bit of overheating issues and whatnot. So glad to get through the weekend. I think we fixed a lot of them going into it. So glad to get through the weekend without having any of them. I think we might have finished seventh or eighth at the end of it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, no, we went well. So got a heat win there, which was always a bit of a confidence boost, especially we personally haven't ran King Roy too often. So yeah, it was good to get around it and yeah, give it a go.
Yeah. No, it was good for everyone. That Queensland State title is where I saw the famous video out of the club there. I think it was Jess who got the footage of everyone getting in there and helping one of your fellow competitors get their car
Yeah,
turned around after a wreck. So
old Coxie tagged
yeah,
the wall and broke the Jacobs ladder out of it. So no one knew how to weld, but I think there was about half a dozen of us that gave us a go.
I tell you what,
And
looked impressive.
and yeah,
Looked impressive.
yeah, it
I thought
might
it
have
was a
looked
great
impressive,
video. So yeah,
but yeah, he got back out there, and unfortunately, our dodgy backyard stick welding didn't quite hold up for him. But yeah, at least we got him back on track,
no,
and
mate, that's
and yeah, got him back
tail
out
light warranty right there. Once you're gone,
there.
yours. Talk to me about the winter series. So you guys are still racing up there. You got the winter series round 2 and 3, I think it is, coming up.
Yeah, round 2 and 3 coming up.
Yep.
So we lost a fair few races there with weather, rainouts and whatnot. So the club contacted some of the tracks and said, "Hey, we're looking for races. If you guys are going to add any, keep us in mind." So yeah, so they made this little mini series, mini winter series to just promote a few more cars to come up and hopefully join in and give us competitors a few more races since we just lost out on a few there. So.
Yep. No, that's good. I do like the idea of the series. How are you sitting so far?
So we've only had the one round.
Yep.
We're sitting second. One round at Toowoomba we had. So yeah, we're sitting at a close second. It's definitely close in points for probably the top 4 or 5, I think. But yeah, we're in a good spot. We've got round 2 and 3 coming up, 2 night show at Toowoomba.
Yep.
So hopefully we can put in a good effort, and it'd be awesome to take out that. But yeah, we'll give it a go anyway. A few good cars coming up.
Well, also, you've done your club championship, so that's been run and won. And well, yeah, tell us about that. Tell us where you finished up in the club championship.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a rough start to the season. Like I said, we had a few car issues, bit of overheating issues, bit of engine running issues, but we got them sorted after probably, I don't know, maybe the second or third round, or third or fourth round, I guess. Carried some good momentum through the season. Got a few podiums. Lucky enough to get a win. And yeah, so we ended up finishing just a couple of weeks ago in Gladstone, and yeah, we got second in the championship this year.
Yeah, nice. Second year in, running second in the club championship. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, definitely wasn't where I thought I'd see myself,
No,
especially after last year's efforts. But no, we're going good.
that's good. I'm good. It's good to see good people having good luck. You know what I mean in the racing, because
Yeah,
sometimes at the end of the day, that's what it does, man. It comes out. You can go and spend all these hours in the workshop, but all you need is one electrical gremlin or this or that. We all know
yep.
it, and sometimes luck needs to be on your side. Um, Tell me, what's your thoughts? We haven't spoken about this before. What's your thoughts about this whole what is it? The river rats versus your border,
Uh,
your battle of the borders going on there. What are your thoughts
yeah,
behind that?
I forget what they called the two teams. So yeah, we tried to run Battle of the Borders. I think I forget what meeting we done that for, but yeah, it was promoting that. Ray Loves his social media and loves to have a dig at the boys from up here. So we're
Yep.
like, righto, let's have a go. So we plan on doing I think it was a race at Toowoomba. I think unfortunately it did get rained out
Yes.
again. But yeah, we were trying to get two teams running
Yep.
and have whoever qualifies for the feature, we'd get the say if eight New South Wales drivers or Queensland drivers qualify, we'll just get the top eight on each side and total points. Total points for the night. That's who takes out the trophy and a bit of bragging rights and maybe something. If it turned into something, might have done something perpetual for seasons to come. But yeah, the guys down in Northern Rivers there, they love a bit of banter and love a bit of contest.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good concept. So I'm going to be eagerly watching that race. I reckon it's going to be a great one to be a
Yeah.
part, or you guys to be a part of. We'll see if we can get up there and try and upset them. All right. So what's been your season highlight?
This season, it's definitely got to be the win we had up at Gladstone. It's from going from last season. I think we might have got one heat win at the title, and I think I just was holding everyone up for the whole race. Watching the replay, they were trying to break down the back door, trying to get past me. But yeah, to move into this season and have a bit of success and to pull off a win is completely out of my imagination for this season. So yeah, that's going to be definitely a highlight.
No, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. What would you say has been your favourite track?
We go to so many up here in Queensland. I'd definitely got to say probably Toowoomba. Gladstone's obviously up there with the win we had, but Toowoomba, I think it's got that home track sort of nostalgia to it. You can say it's where I've spent so much time there crewing and watching speedway, so to be able to race around it finally, it's definitely a great experience, and I love going up there every time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely looked good there. So what's been your favourite moment in the sport? So this doesn't have to be driving. Could be say seeing your young family after you picking up a trophy, or seeing them at the gates, or seeing them
Yeah,
run up to you after a race. And
yeah, I don't know. It's like the win's definitely up there as a moment. I think me personally, I love all the little things about it.
mm-hmm.
It's probably an accumulative one moment sort of thing. You could say, like I've got two kids and they absolutely love racing. Like anytime we put the racing on, they're glued to the TV, screaming. It won't even be me on there, but they're cheering for me to go faster and don't crash. Love working on love working on the car and washing the car on the weekend. So I think the family aspect of it for me is definitely awesome. The friendships that we've made is awesome, and yeah, just sort of the whole package is great. We love it.
Well, I mean, to have your kids telling you to go faster is probably a good thing,
Yeah.
and it sounds like you're listening,
Oh
which is
yeah.
good. But I'm just looking over your shoulder there. I see the wide open hat. So you would have received that blue wide open hat, winning a heat at the Australian title at Lismore, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. That's
Now,
correct.
I'm still going to go ahead and say that's still hands down the best Australian title sort of event ran with the PR work and all the rest. And what did we have? Was it 74 or 78? I can't remember. Could have been 72. But either
Yeah.
way,
Something like that. Yeah. It
to get that
was in the
hat
70s.
and that field, those drivers, mate, that's right there as an accomplishment itself. So I love seeing the wide open hat. Shout out to those guys. Appreciate what you guys do for the sport. But yeah, so you've got a lot of accomplishments there, my friend. Even though you've only been there for 2 years.
Cheers, mate.
What's the plans next season? Where are we going? Where are we going to see Nick Potts?
Next season, got a bit of a big off season. Tear down the car, get all that sorted. Do a bit of work, just all over the sort of racing package that we got to try and just build up that. We'll be going to all the Queensland shows, or at least all the Queensland Championship shows. Try and do all we can with that. We'd love to do a bit of travelling down south, maybe at least down to maybe Dubbo, Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
a few of the, I guess, local down south tracks for us. Everything down a bit further is getting to a pretty big haul to run down to. We're only a pretty small team, so we're weekend warriors, you'd say. If it's not working out, then it needs to sit in the shed for a little bit. So once we know we're in a good spot, we'll probably try and do a bit more traveling down south, just try and see how we stack up. I know there's a lot of good cars running down there, so it'll be a great experience for me just to develop my skills and that rather than running the same tracks we do up here. So yeah, just experience a different track, different style of racing with the guys. I know you guys have a lot of big numbers down there to even just general shows. So it's yeah, that'd be a great experience to go down there.
Yeah, no, I'd actually love to see you come down and race us at Sydney or even a Goulburn race. They're pretty cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
track too. Yeah. But yeah, all right. I'll look out for it. Hopefully, I'll see you down. If anything I can do to make it happen, let's do it, eh?
Cheers.
One thing I do like to ask all the drivers is their numbers. So 97. Is there any special story behind that? Any significance?
No, nothing too special to be honest. The car owner, my father-in-law, he was trying to search for his old number when we jumped into the wingless, but unfortunately that was taken. So yeah, I got the sheet of paper that what numbers were left, and nothing really jumped out. And I'm born in '97s, and that was down at the bottom of the page, just sort of looking at me. So I'm like, oh, well, that's what it's got to be then. So at least it's a number I can remember. Or at least should remember.
Born in '97. I feel old. But then saying that, we've got kids racing born in the 2000s, so it's like, what the heck?
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
No, that's cool. Hey, man, look, I appreciate you coming on the show. I like to give all the drivers an opportunity to thank their partners, their sponsors, the ones that help them get to and from the racetrack, up and down the highway. So, mate, the floor's all yours.
I definitely got to give a massive thank you to Jason Burns, my father-in-law. He's the one that's put all this together. He's my biggest supporter, and obviously trusts me enough to get behind the wheel and not completely destroy everything, even though I've given it a go once or twice. But yeah, I got to do a massive shout out for him. Got to thank Jess, my wife. She'll be in the background there, giving me the evils if I don't mention her. But no, I got to give her a massive shout out. She's just as much as she supports me. She's on the Wingless committee and does our social media and is really pumping that up, doing some great videos and just shedding light on Wingless Sprints Queensland and all the drivers involved. So yeah, she does a great job with that. Got to thank Morgan Metal Corp. They've jumped on board from the start. I work for them, and Richard and Randy Morgan, they're big in the sport, and especially with sprint cars. So as soon as they knew that we were getting the wingless, they were just first ones in to say whatever you need, just let us know and we'll help you out. So a few others, Great Northern Roofing, he jumped on board straight away as well. He's been supporting us the whole time. Cruising Wheels and Tyres, Paul's Narang Mechanical, Precision Powder Coating, Jimbuba Printing and Signage, Gonzo Racing Pipes, Mr. Attitude Methanol. They've all jumped on board and done their little thing here and there to keep us going and to help us if we've got issues at the track or whatnot, just to make sure we keep going and keep racing.
Oh, that's awesome. And I do like hearing about the people's sponsors, especially one thing I do like is the Morgan's family. Randy Morgan, huge fan of his. So it's
they're definitely good.
I'm actually I remember him when he was a kid. I swear he was racing Sydney Parramatta, but been a fan of his for a very long time. He's a good kid, and then I think he's actually old enough to have family now, isn't he?
Yeah. Just the other day, actually, he had his little girl. So,
now I'm feeling old. So anyway, shout out to him. And it'll be good if one day we can see them in a wingless. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, mate, thank you very much for being on the show. And yes, Jess, thank you very much, Jess, for all the effort. She puts in a huge amount of time and effort into the Queensland Wingless page, all their social media, the videos. She does some cool stuff. I just simply share what she does. But yeah, please pass on the thank you to that. That's what we need in this sport to share the love and spread it. But mate, thank you very much for tuning in. Everyone right there, Nick Podstar of the Q97. Check him out. And thanks for joining in for this episode. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Cheers, man.